What's up, my Kimosabis? So today is the day to start putting on some front suspension. So I have the area cleaned up. I still have to figure out how to punch those out, the bolts. I got them cut flush on the backside, so now I gotta figure out how to punch those out. But other than that, I got everything cleaned up. I got a sweep. I got everything cleaned up, ready to go on both sides. So I just got to figure out how to get those last little bits of studs out and then start putting stuff together. I'm not going to do like a how-to because, I mean, if you can take the stuff off, it just goes on right back the same way. The hard part is actually getting it all off. So, yeah, but I will kind of stop in between stages and show you what's going on. So let me just figure out how to get those little studs out and keep going. Okay, I got all these studs out, and the reason it was so hard was because they're all like pressed in. They have like a knurled collar around those, and every single one of them was seized up. So I basically just had to put a socket wrench on there, break it, and force it out. So it'll no longer be able to use the knurls, but that's okay because with the new A-arms, you can actually access the backside of the bolt to hold it tight. So you don't need to rely on those knurls to keep it tight. So we're gonna be okay. But those are a pain. There's a third one underneath the car somewhere, but whatever. All right, time to put new parts on. Okay, this is the A-arm. And this A-arm comes with, this plate, which is supposed to bolt under here for the coilover. But since we are not running coilovers as of now, I bought this spring adapter. So it already has like an isolator built into it, and it's got like the factory shock mounts right there. And so you just bolt that right there, and you can use the springs and the regular shocks, and there's the hardware. So I'm gonna bolt this into there and get this ready. All right, guys, I got the arms in here. Now you're supposed to put the same exact shims in that you took out with the factory arms. That way it gives it a starting point for the alignment. So that's what I did. They're in there. Upper arm bolted up, lower arm hanging there. The other side is the exact same. These feel loose, so I'm gonna see what the instructions say. I think I remember reading something about these already being preloaded, but I will double check. If not, I did buy the tool for preloading these. So the next thing to do will just be to get the spindle on to tie those together. So let me double check what these are. Bottom two, because they're both rebuildable ball joints on these. These are the race version versus the street version. These race versions have the rebuildable ball joints, the street versions don't. So, and these have the white Delrin bushings, whereas the street versions do not. They just have, I think, regular polyurethane. So let me check these, and then we'll get the spindle bolted on. Check this out, guys. I was gonna have this car sitting on its wheels, and then I got shafted again on parts and fitment and stuff like that. Check this out. This side looks awesome. But when I was going to put the shock on, that's when I came across a whole new problem, which is causing me not to be able to tighten my ball joints down and then move forward with putting the front end together with the brakes. Because, let me show you. This is stupid. I can't call the manufacturers because it's the weekend and they're all closed, so I'm going to have to call them Monday and find out. But here's the problem. This is the coil plate that goes on the arm down there. So this is the thing that the shock bolts to. But the problem is, shock goes up underneath, and let me see if I can hold this at the same time. Goes up like this. Won't fit. So that's the first problem. So tomorrow I have to call Hotchkiss and see if it's okay to trim these off. Right there, to where it'll be similar to the stock shock that has the cut-off ears as well from the factory. Because these actually fit with the... Oops. I'm sure you guys get it. That actually fits no problem. Okay, so here's the thing also. So if I was able to cut those ears off, I would go to bolt this up, but they didn't provide me bolts with this. Here's the bolt that came with the shock. This matches the stock shock bolts. Too small, which means that these plates should have come with the right size bolts, even if they did. I don't know if you guys can see this, but the threads on this hole are like half gone. I do not understand what's going on. They're like half gone. So I'm going to need them to send me a new one of these plates. If I'm not allowed to cut the ears off this, then there's no point of even trying to use this. Then I might just have to go like the QA1 coilovers. And by the time I send a bunch of parts back, I won't be that much money out of pocket. But this car was almost sitting on its own weight this weekend, but there's a hiccup. So if I can get these little dealies fixed, like taken care of and new parts this week, then the front end will be done for sure next week. Like I could have had it done this weekend, but that's stupid problem. So I'm delayed. Sorry. I wish I could just make like one video of say like front end all done in one video, but it's not working out that way. So welcome to my drama garage.